How many dead? How many dead bodies do we have?
You have a total of 4. 2 are kind of in the streets, and you found another couple in buildings. A couple of
How
them.
many dead
Or
bodies should we expect? Like, how many people actually lived here?
Well, you're not sure, but given on the number of buildings, the buildings look like the town looks quite similar to Crystal Springs. And when Elijos, flew over Crystal Springs, he saw probably 20, 30 people. That's who he saw, and there may have been more people in the buildings, right? And so here you only found like 4 guys, 4 or 5 people dead. I think 4. So it seems that not all the people are here, just based on the fact that it's a similar town and there's only 4 people.
That's disturbing.
Hmm. Also, I marked the bunker on the map just for future reference because I forgot to do that earlier.
all right, he'll ask Felix to dig a hole real quick because he can do it faster than any of us, and we'll bury the bodies.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just having this like hilarious. Oh, I guess I don't know. We wouldn't have a shovel. I'm just getting this hilarious like image of like the power armor just kind of hunching down and digging a hole like a dog, burying a bone or something, burying a weapon. Sorry, stupid moment. I had this weird vision when you said that. Okay, yeah,
No,
okay.
it's fine, but yeah, he would have the easiest ability to do that
No, you're right. You're totally right. Yeah, yeah.
than all of us.
As long as as long as
Yeah,
Felix is
I'd probably
okay
be like,
digging a hole.
I'd probably be jump kicking in the air and then trying to drill down into the ground.
Yeah, true.
Go that way, but
Okay, however you want to do it. Oh, okay.
An 11 on my carpentry skill. I make 4 crosses
Oh, okay.
or grave markers or grave marker.
Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, no problem.
And he'll try it one more time since we've been for a little bit.
Try what?
He's going to try his tracking skill again since it's been a while. He will look around the area and try his tracking skill, and he passes this time.
Okay. Well,
Looking for any tracks around the area.
okay. Well, you definitely found tracks. So there's tracks all over the place. It looks like there's tracks leading in every direction, from every direction. Something obviously very frantic went on here. You're seeing what seems to be scattered tracks, footprints leading in all directions. It looks very hectic and chaotic. Whatever went on here was crazy. And you're also seeing tracks coming in from the road. But I mean, you would anyway. But yeah, you're seeing tracks coming in from the road, and you're seeing, yeah, tons of scattered tracks everywhere. Um,
What kind of tracks from the road are we seeing?
uh, Human tracks, boots,
coming into the road or
like like coming off the road into the town, because like the highway is like a paved highway, but like leading off into the little town is just like kind of dirt or whatever, dirt and grass and stuff. So if depending how well he checked around, I mean he passed his roll, right? So you do find like boot tracks like coming off the road.
uh, would these you say these are insect-like creatures? Would they wear boots?
No.
I don't have that skill.
The better question to ask is, do you find any tracks of that specific creature?
We already found out.
Okay. Well, the answer to that question is no, you don't. You don't find any tracks that would be consistent with Zydakik's feet. Now, bearing in mind, the Zydakiks can fly, so there's there's that. So they don't necessarily need to touch down, but you don't find any Zydakik's tracks. No.
How hard would it be for someone to get sidekicks weapons?
Well,
That readily available.
yeah. I mean,
There's actually a market.
there's a group of, yeah, like they're not that readily available. Like there's a number of wild Psy stalker groups that regularly hunt Sidekicks. That's kind of just what they do. So they might come across that sort of thing, but like just yeah, generally Zydakick's weaponry is not something you really find much. Yeah, so it's relatively rare.
Did you find any food stock or anything left that survived the battle?
Yeah, some of it. Like there's some basic food inside the houses. The crops aren't burnt or anything like that. It's just the buildings. Crops are fine. There's like wheat and just basic stuff.
Okay. I suggest we go to Crystal Springs right away. This doesn't look like a Zytex attack. This looks like it was set up to look like it. And judging from the boot patterns, I'm saying we're probably dealing with either a mercenary group or the coalition, guys.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. So if everybody's in agreement, if you guys want to head there, you can. So at this point, that whole process probably took another hour. So you're looking at about 3 o'clock right now by the time you get to Crystal Springs.
What time is dusk?
I'd have to advance time to know that. It's probably 6 or 7 o'clock ish. I've actually got it built into this thing, but it doesn't tell me in the head time. I should look into that though.
After we go to leave, the town, the little town.
Yeah.
I cast Magic Pigeon and send it back to the main town to give the Bastion the heads up on, so it'll go straight to the Lord.
Okay.
The Magic Pigeon will go straight to the Lord to tell him what we found so far, because obviously nobody's been here yet.
Okay, sure. All right, so you send off the pigeon, it flies away. Excuse me. Okay, so you guys get to Crystal Springs, and this is, as the dragon already saw, this is more or less what it looks like. And there's people going about their business, doing their thing. Nobody seems particularly off. Everything seems more or less normal here. So you just basically come in off the road, more or less here, or whatever. Here.
Just a reaction when we pull in. A power armor and an armored jeep, and
oh yeah, people stop and they look at you.
Boy sitting.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a little boy.
Okay, that's funny. The fire-breathing little boy. Okay, anyway, so yeah, you guys come off the road and you get out of your vehicle or whatever, and so yeah, there's definitely a reaction. People are like, "Oh, who's this?" They don't seem scared. They don't seem, anything like that. It's kind of like they see you. They're like, "Oh, you don't see that every day." They're just kind of looking at you, but more or less still going about their stuff.
Okay. Is that a wall to the left of this city?
Oh no, that's the highway.
Something else?
This right here, that's the highway. Or it's not. I'm not
All right, so
clear.
we're dealing with 6 buildings. Which one of those buildings is the storehouse?
Okay, right here. Sorry, right here. This seems to be their storage facility.
I don't see anything. I might be zoomed out too far. I get the whole picture in my thing. So, okay, that's the storehouse. All right.
Yeah.
And the red one's the main house.
The red one seems to be some kind of a community center, town hall type thing. It serves as a. I mean, you look in there. They've got a bar in there, and they've got it's kind of a community center. And the rest of those are houses.
Is there a sheriff? Or
you don't see any sheriffs.
Justice Ranger, or Cyber Knight, or
no, you don't see anybody like that. Do you ask around? Like, are you just looking around? Are you talking to people? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he will try to ask around.
Okay. So you ask around. There's not a town sheriff, but there is a kind of town elder, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like somebody who people just kind of look to as the quote-unquote leader of the town. It's an older lady named Ellen. She's just a farmer, but she's kind of one of the founding people of the town, and people just kind of look up to her. So people direct you to Ellen, and right now she's busy working one of the fields out here. Excuse me.
What kind of crop are we looking at? What kind of crop are we looking at the field?
This one's just wheat. This one down here is like, barley or something like that. Just nothing.
Okay, next question is it? Do they have a tractor or is it horse-drawn?
No, they have a horse to do their.
I'm trying to look at the level.
Yeah, like they have a horse to do their.
Look at their level of technology.
Yeah, it's pretty mundane stuff. Like they've got a horse. They have one little sort of AI droid kind of thing working one of the fields down here, like a little manual robot kind of thing. Up here, they've got just a horse, and the only other tech you see is there's a pickup truck right there. Which, when you look in it, you see like like bits of leaves and bits of like corn and stuff like that. So they obviously use this as their transportation and some of their shipping. Other than that, no, it's pretty low tech stuff.
How much do we want? Like before we talk to her, I'm going to ask Mel and Elgis, how much do you guys think we should tell? We should tell the people here.
Good question. I don't know. This place is completely undefendable. There's too many areas of attack. It's the tallest tree.
Tallest tree? Well, none of the trees are stand out as.
The trees are
Yeah, the trees are probably like 30, 40 feet tall. They're good sized trees.
okay, so they're taller than the houses.
Oh yeah, yeah, they definitely tower above the houses. Yeah.
What I was going to do is have the boy go up into the tree because boys love climbing trees, and be the lookout.
Right. Okay. Sure.
That would not look uncommon.
Oh, I see. Like trying not to alert the townspeople. Gotcha. Okay. Sure.
If he's willing to do it.
Freaking Allegiance is like, okay, I'll do whatever you gotta say, man.
I mean, come on now. A young boy like that getting a chance to climb a tree, yeah, that's not unusual.
Don't fall and break an ankle.
He does so with extreme like a natural athletic like he just does it the best way possible. Like he's just like, oh, boop 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 boop, I'm up here now.
Talented little boy.
This is a side note. Would the dragon have an issue with my character because of his fear? Now, it does say demons and monsters like that, but he is a supernatural creature.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would count.
I forgot to.
I'm gonna, just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna say no because he's a player OCC kind of, or RCC, like he's a, you know what I mean, he's a player character. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. He's fine with it. You guys are fine with each other.
I was just curious about that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a good point. It's a good point.
I didn't know if you remembered that or not.
Yeah. No, I definitely remember. Yeah, for sure. No, it's fine. You're good.
1 second.
So he's gonna be in the tree near the truck.
Okay. Just as long. What I'm trying to do is, I want you to keep an eye on the area coming into the place. Hopefully, that's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay. Well, here, let me just.
That's what he would like to try to do.
There you go.
And let's see here then.
If these people aren't able to defend themselves, I'm half tempted to tell them to go to bed.
Sorry. Go ahead, Michael. What was that?
Go ahead.
If these people can't defend themselves, I'm half tempted to tell them to just go to Bastion for the.
Yeah, that's my next thing too.
Good call. Also, what are you rolling before you roll it the way wheel? Just
Okay. I was trying to roll speak Dragonese and Elvish.
Okay.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you can talk to the dragon.
So I do that. I can talk to the dragon so he can understand me clearly.
Okay, I think he took English anyway, didn't he? Did you end up taking English?
Yeah.
It might be more that it might be more that no one else in town can understand.
Yeah, that was the other thing too.
True enough.
Try to be secretive a little bit.
Well, then there's the issue of you speaking Dragonese to a kid, and if anybody in town that recognizes it as Dragonese, why is he talking to that kid in Dragonese? Why would a kid know that? Unless he's a dragon. Yeah, I suppose.
Now, okay. All right, Felix, I'll leave it up to you. I think we should evacuate the town. I think they should head to Bastion. It's been 2 things consecutively. The people are dead. There are people missing. This needs to happen. I mean, I understand that the farm thing's here, but can we tell how much product's inside the warehouse?
Yeah, there's a fair amount of product. They got wheat, they got barley, they got some
51,
corn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, there's more than that pickup truck would carry, put it that way.
Oh, I understand that. And okay, Felix, I leave it to you. You probably have the better. My character technically has an accent, so you'd be better off.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm going to call out. Pardon me. Are you Ellen?
He's like, why, yes. Why, yes. And she kind of looks up at your 11-foot stature. And who might you be, sir?
My apologies. Oh, of course, ma'am. My name is Felix. I'm coming as a representative of Bastion.
Oh, Bastion. What can I do for
I
you,
don't
son?
mean to panic you, ma'am, but I was wondering if there any way you could possibly convince you and Crystal Springs to potentially spend the night in Bastion tonight.
Well, she basically says that, okay, she kind of confides. When you say that, she kind of looks back at the town, because right now she's in the field over here. And when you say that to her, she kind of looks at you with kind of an annoying look, and then she kind of walks a little bit closer and speaks a little bit more quiet, and she goes, "You're talking about the Zydakix attacks? I heard about what happened to Mead and Everton. You worried it might happen here?"
What have you heard, ma'am? Precisely.
She says, "There's a rumor going around that that the Zydakix are hitting towns, which is very unusual and unlike them. But this is the rumor, and somebody we know says they saw Zydakix weapons laying around, and they went to the town in the last day or two. So she's concerned about that, but she didn't want to rile up her townsfolk into a panic or whatever by saying that. So she hasn't mentioned it. She didn't think anything of it, but yeah."
Confidentially, ma'am, we're not entirely sure whether it's Zydakix or something else, but based off of pattern, they may be whoever it is may be approaching here tonight.
Her face kind of like,
may be prudent.
okay.
It may be prudent to gather everyone up and spend a night in Bastion rather than here.
Sort of nods. She's like, "Well, I'm not keen on leaving my home, but if you think it's best." And she looks back at the town, all the people, and she's like, "How are we going to tell them? That's going to cause a panic."
Okay, I have a question. Is Bastion the main town around here?
Yeah, so Bastion's kind of the yeah. So it kind of like all these towns around here sort of look to Bastion for kind of protection and stuff like that. So they're kind of like Bastion isn't technically a kingdom; it's more like a duchy, if anything. But it functions that way. Same like all the outlying cities. It's effectively barony or effectively. So all these outlying towns kind of answer to Bastion, and in return they protect them, kind of thing. So yeah, it functions like a kingdom or a barony, like you say.
Tell them that we're inspecting Crystal Springs for potential.
No, let's not lie to them.
Well,
sorry, what did you say? For potential what? Just curious. I didn't quite hear that.
We can either try to make up an excuse for everyone to leave, or we can tell them the truth.
I'm going to tell them what we're going to tell them is that we're from Bastion. There has been consecutive attacks in the outlying villages. As representatives of Bastions, we are concerned for all the citizens here. We would like you to return to Bastion for your safety. As soon as we're capable, we will take all your product into Bastion. I mean, your food stocks, because that's their food livelihood. We're trying to help out,
right?
But we don't want to see them hurt. We need them to return to retreat to Bastion. We have to have them retreat to Bastion until we can deal with this. We don't want them, and we understand, and we don't have the manpower to help to sit here and guard you right this moment. We need them to go to Bastion. Their fields, their crops, as soon as we can do something, so we will. We know that it's there. That is important to Bastion. Their livelihood is, but it comes down to that it is their safety first that we need to deal with.
Okay. Felix and Grave, how do you feel about that?
Fields and buildings can be real built. People can't be.
Well, in addition, it doesn't look. Mead was abandoned, not occupied. So even if the town was raised, even if Crystal Springs ends up raised, they should be able to come back regardless and replant.
Okay. Okay, so have you guys settled on that? That's what you're gonna do?
So I guess he'll take the Mel will take the leader, the elder, into the middle of town, and he will do a call lightning in front of him. That should crack everybody's attention quite well.
Yeah, you definitely got some attention with that. So you call lightning in the middle of town, everybody just kind of stops what they're doing and looks at you, and half of them are blind and deafened by the shock. They're like kind of reeling from that, like rubbing their eyes and everything. Ow. And Ellen is like, the heck was that for?
Okay.
Gonna burn the place down? Gonna start a grass fire, boy.
No, he did it right there in front of him on the road in the dirt.
So all right, fine. Okay.
Specifically,
all right.
He outstretches his hands, and on his PA system, if he's got one, I think they do. I'm not sure.
Well, Felix's armor would, regardless, but yeah.
Yeah, he yells at his things that says, "We are representatives from Bastions. There is a situation. Your lives are in danger. We are here to escort you back to Bastion. Please gather what little you can, and we need to leave now, as soon as possible. The sooner the better. We are in fear for your lives."
Okay, so you get some panicked gasps and stuff from the crowd, and some people are just kind of looking around at each other, and some people are starting to panic, like, "Oh my god, what the hell? What are you talking about?" And one of them says, like, "What are you talking about?"
He doesn't give them any chance. He just tells them, "Please get your stuff. We need." And he's got an accent too, by the way. He's got a deep, rolling accent. But you all need to get going now. That's a Scottish accent. I can't do it. Sorry.
Everybody, your life in danger. Please go to bed. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
And I think, Felix, you can add whatever infidence you need to do to get them going. I think you need to do it too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Bastion has intel that the Crystal Springs may be attacked soon. In preparation for that, we need all of you to leave town temporarily and head to Bastion for safety for the night.
Okay. So some of the people start questioning Ellen about, like, kind of like, what are these people talking about? Is this for real? And she talks the people down. Some people start, freaking out, but she manages to talk most of them down and kind of convince them of what you're saying. And so it sounds like she has most of them in agreement that they do need to leave. So they're going to start leaving, but right now they've only got the one truck.
I'll pull out that card of authority if it helps convince them that I'm from Bastion.
Okay, sure.
And if they need to do something.
Okay, well, a couple of them see this and they know what that is, and they just kind of look at each other and say, okay, well, maybe this is for real. So, and they say, well, there's a good 30, 40 of us. How are we going to pile out of here? Do you have extra vehicles? Well, I got the pickup. You could probably load, say, I want to say 4 people up in the cab, and then maybe you could cram another, maybe 6 to 10 people if you're, well, maybe like 6 people in the back, maybe.
About 10 people in the back. Do they have any, they would probably have some trailers.
Yeah, they probably do actually. Yeah, they might have like one trailer, but a lot of their trips are back and forth with this truck.
That's
Um,
fine. They
How
would
many?
still
How
have a
many?
trailer.
oh, they'd have like the
They
one
should have
trailer,
a
yeah.
decent sized trailer.
Yeah, they'd have one cargo
How many?
trailer.
Yeah, you can get.
Probably get like good 20 people in
How
the
many?
trailer.
How many can? How many can fit in the back of a 6-day-old dragon?
What? Fit on the back of a dragon? I don't know. The
No,
dragon's like 30 feet long, full size.
no,
Uh,
he's going to be our trump card. He's going to be the one keeping an eye because he's got more of a available. The two of us need to be concentrating on defense. He can float and maneuver and get around better than the two of us.
I also am a great. I'm also a great medic. I have a lot of healing things.
Yeah. So hook this thing up. Let's take him back to Bastion. It shouldn't take us very long. And we do go around so they can't see the
Okay.
town. Mail or whatever it was.
We're not taking them inside of Mead.
We're going to go around Mead. We won't take him close to Mead.
Okay.
We don't want them seeing anything with Mead at all.
Yeah, there are other routes to get more directly to Bastion for sure. Yeah.
We take not the around Mead. We get around Mead, so they don't do that now. Yeah, we have to do that. I mean, that's all there is to it. We need to do that.
Okay.
No, it's I don't know how what's his name's going to take this, but
What?
the leader of the Bastion's going to take it, but
Oh,
it's better than having him out there.
yeah. Yeah.
We have evidence, and that there's an attack, and a lot of people were killed, and this place is undefendable. The only option for the people is to pull them out until we can figure out what's going on. It really is the only option. Other than that, we're risking their lives.
Yeah, it seems reasonable. Yep. Okay. Yeah, no problem. So between the truck and the trailer, and now you've also got your vehicle, right? So you said you're going to escort them back, right? So you guys are all going together, escorting them back?
Yeah, we can probably fit another maybe 6 to 8 on the Hummer, and maybe 2 or 3 up front.
Okay.
If they get
Allegiance would basically just stay behind and keep an eye out.
yeah, just do
Okay.
your best. Well, it's not going to take us. I mean, we can only go as fast as that truck and trailer, unless I hook the trailer up to the Hummer, which isn't that bad of an idea, but
If you want to. Up to you.
it might not be a bad idea to hook it up to the Hummer.
It's probably got more pulling power than the pickup, probably.
More pulling power than the pickup, especially with that many people on there.
Yeah. Plus, it's a Chev, so anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you say a Chev? Did you say a Chev?
I may have. Yeah, it's
Don't
a Chev.
tell me you're one of those little goat people.
Goat people. What?
The Ram.
Oh no, I'm just messing around. I like poking fun at Chev just because it's Chev. But I'm just messing around. Okay.
That's really funny considering I have.
You what?
It's funny.
You have a Chev?
I have a whole bunch of Fords.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, well, yeah, maybe between that, if you want to hook the trailer up to your Hummer, it's got more pulling power, so yeah, you can do that. And between the truck, the Hummer, the trailer, you should be able to get pretty much everybody in. So yeah, you can do that if you like. So okay, so you've got Mel driving, one of the other villagers driving the truck, and then you've got Felix running beside, I guess, presumably.
Kind of running around.
Okay. So you make it back to Bastion, and we still have the dragon in the tree. Sorry, the kid in the tree, watching it. So yeah, you guys make it back to Bastion, and you get to the gates, and the guards are kind of confused by this. They're like, "What's all this, guys?"
relays the what's happened to the guards. Wait, those cards say we're above the normal people, right?
Yeah, but these particular guards don't necessarily recognize you offhand. But yeah, you can
The
flex your
cards-
cards.
The card. I do flex a card.
Okay.
And say it's kind of an emergency situation. These people need to be taken care of. Otherwise, their lives are in danger.
Okay.
They're part of the community outside. They're from Silver. Oh, what was this name of this town again?
Crystal Springs.
Crystal Springs.
Crystal Springs.
They're from Crystal Springs.
Okay. When you flex the card and you tell him that, he goes, "Oh, yeah, of course, yes, sir, yes, sir. Let them through, guys. Let them through." So they open the gates and they let all the refugees through. And the one guy says, "Okay, get someone to take care of that." So he's going to get somebody to look into them and provide them with lodgings for the night or whatever. So the refugees should be taken care of at this point. So yeah.
So what time?
So after all that, you're looking at, like, by the time you got back, it's probably like 3:30 or so. You could probably make it back by, say, 4 o'clock if you wanted to, back to the town. Or if you
We don't have
wanted,
any communication with the dragon, do we?
I guess not. No, unless you have like telepathy or something. I don't know what the range is out on that, but
No, we don't have it.
yeah, yeah, it's probably 3:30 or so
Yeah,
at this
he
point.
doesn't have telepathy either.
I don't think telepathy has that far of a range.
Yeah, a pigeon would have that far range though.
Yes, the magic pigeon would. But I was trying to think about going to the other town.
Okay.
Just kind of swing by and have a look at it. But that's up to Felix. I will suggest it to Felix and see what he says. Or would you rather go back to this town and see if we can just kind of sit there and wait for him?
I'd rather search around Crystal Springs because if we're right and this is someone faking I'm never gonna be able to remember their name.
Zydikix?
Yeah. Faking.
You can always just say a bug attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bug attack.
Yeah.
A bug attack.
Then they have to be waiting nearby.
No, I'm not arguing the point. It was just a suggestion. If that's what you want, Mel's gonna say, "Cool, let's go."
Okay. Alrighty.
We drive back.
Okay, drive right back. That's fine. Okay, so at this point, it's about 4 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, the sun will be dropping in the next few hours. So you get back to town, and you said, I think Felix said he wanted to search around the town. Is that the thing?
I want to search in the area around the town to try and find wherever these potential what's sounding more like bandits than anything else, might be hiding. Probably trying to use sensory equipment to find them.
Okay. You use your sensory equipment, and again, you don't see any sign of them. You don't see any, and your range is pretty good. You can see quite a ways, but yeah, you're not seeing anything out of the ordinary right now. No radar contacts, no thermal contacts, or anything like that. Yeah, everything looks clear for the time being.
There isn't we saw 3 towns: Everett, Mead, and Crystal Springs. There isn't any other settlements there, and any farming communities that would be potentially be a target instead, is there?
No, actually, this is kind of the only town within the vicinity. Yeah, it would pretty much just be this place in the immediate area. There are other farming communities, but they're way off to the east and way off to the north and some to the south. This would be the closest one relative to the other 2 towns. So at this point, you pull into the town, and at this time, of course, it's completely deserted. There's nobody here. They're all evacuated. So your dragon friend is still in the tree, looking around, and he doesn't see anything just yet either. Nothing on his vision.
By the way, his metamorphosis would have worn off by then, so he's just freaking mad. His actual size is 8 feet long, and his wingspan is 6 feet, 16 feet. Gosh, but he's pretty small for a dragon.
Yeah, so your metamorphosis
So
wears
he's just
off.
hanging out.
Yeah, well,
He,
and
he's just hanging out in the tree.
yeah, well, the metamorphosis wears off, and you become a dragon again, and the branch you're sitting on snaps. You fall to the ground. Now you can do that pretty much at will, though it does take a full melee round to transform. So it's trying to do that in combat wouldn't really be worthwhile. You'd have to. I mean, you could if you want to spend an entire melee round doing it, but that might not be the greatest. So just so you know, it's kind of for all intents and purposes, it's an out of combat action really. So you'd have to tell me
Yeah, I understand.
prior to combat which form you want to be in. Now, to do any of your dragon moves, like I was saying before, you'd have to be in dragon form. But
Yeah, those are some fun moves.
I know.
Flying people.
they look awesome. So, okay, so is there anything you guys wanted to do here, or so what are you guys doing here?
If we're expecting company, like I don't know about you guys, what I'd like to do is try and basically hide unseen so that if someone does show up, I can catch them unawares.
Okay.
Camouflage skill.
I do not.
All right. Well, go over there between the main red building and the barn, the
Okay.
storehouse, in between the two buildings. Just kind of sit right there, kind of crouch a little bit if you have to. That's
Okay.
probably the best place to hide you. Yeah, that's probably the best place to hide you.
Okay. Oh, here, I'm gonna go ahead and repair you there, Felix, because I think you got repaired, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, magic. Healing people from the sky. Okay. Yeah, actually, that now might be a good time to do that. So yeah, might as well grab your token, Mel, and put it wherever you want to be. And same thing with you, Elijos. Elijos. Go ahead and put your token anywhere you want to be. So are you gonna? Okay, so you're gonna be on top of the building or in the?
Yeah, it's gonna be on top of the barn. Yeah, he's just
Here's my
lounging on there.
Okay.
Where'd you put me?
I didn't put you anywhere yet, but there you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Have no. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. I got
So you're in your dragon form. Are you visible or invisible right now, or what are you doing?
Yeah, he's in his dragon form, but yeah, he's invisible.
Okay. All right. Side note, in case you're wondering, Mel can see the invisible, so if you guys think of a way to use that, you're welcome to. But just so you know, Mel can see Inviso.
Okay, Mel's gonna go into the bar area and turn all the lights on.
Okay.
And is there a music player or anything out there?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Yep.
Turn that on medium, not real high, but definitely up high to make it look like it's still lively in here.
Did you want to get some cardboard cutouts and put them in front of the windows like Home Alone? Remember that? That's what that makes me think of. Awesome. Oh, did you ever see that movie?
Overboard here.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, he'll try to close the blinds or the thing just so the light kind of shines through.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
And he'll go take a drink at the bar real quick.
Hey, I mean, you might as well. I mean, it's the least they could do. You saved their lives. They could spare a little bit of beer.
Yeah.
So you found some nice vodka for your Russian tastes. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, he'll go probably sit in a chair in a corner or something like that, close to the door, but not really next to the door, so he can peek out the window every now and then.
Okay.
Or peek out the door, either one. And they're going to have to just sit there and wait and see what happens.
Okay. If you guys are cool with that, we can advance time a bit and see what happens.
Fine with me.
You guys are good? Okay, perfect. So you guys sit there and you wait.
He's playing
cards?
He plays dance music in the
dance music.
box.
All right, cool. A little bit of dance party going on in there.
Country dance music, dance line music. No.
Right. Yeah. Anything but country. But anyway, so you guys sit around for a few hours, and the hours pass by, and you don't see anything. No Zydakicks come. Nothing like that. Finally, you guys probably wait for, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. probably 9 p.m. at this point, and the sun's now gone down. It's getting dark, and Elijos, you see something in the distance to the north, because you have exceptionally good dragon vision. And around this time, also Felix, you have a radar contact to the north. It appears to be. Give me 1 second. Let me look real fast. Yeah. What you see is a large vehicle coming down the road to the north. You can kind of see in the dark the dust being kicked up from the road. Like, it is a paved road, but it's kind of dirty and stuff like that. So you can see the dust coming up from the road. It's a ways out yet, a few kilometers out. And sure enough, you're getting the same data, Felix, on your sensors, seeing one contact coming down the road. Yeah. I mean, you have a radar, so you're kind of seeing it coming. So, yeah. Now, I guess the dragon does have pretty damn good vision. So, but then again, you're 6 days old, so it wouldn't necessarily know what it is. It's a vehicle. It's a large 4-wheeled vehicle coming up the road. So, do you do anything in particular, or do you just wait for it to show up? And also, I mean, Mel would be unaware of this right now because he has no radar.
Eligios would basically say in Dragonese, "We have company,"
Okay.
or something like that. Like, basically the equivalent of, "Hey, we got people coming."
Okay. Mel can't hear you at this point because he's in a dance party. But yeah, okay. Felix hears you.
I'm going to. Yeah, I can't understand you, but
True.
But since I have these guys on radar, I probably get the message anyways. I'm going to knock on the side of the center a couple of times to get Mel's attention.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, once again, I forgot again. Did Elijah's? You did take English, right, as one of your skills?
Yeah, but he specifically said he says in Jag.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you knock on the wall or whatever, and so Mel, you hear a knock on the wall.
Mel pulls his feet off the table.
Just lounging.
Gets up, opens the door, steps out.
Okay.
Looks at Felix and the dragon. Can he see the thing, or does he have to go around the building?
What? Mel? Yeah, you can't see anything from where you're standing.
Okay, so he'll kind of peek around the building here.
Okay. Yeah, sure enough, up the road you see a vehicle coming, and it's getting closer now, so you can actually make out it's actually a Mountaineer ATV coming up the road. This is a very large vehicle, Gravesnow. It's probably 25 feet long. It's huge, very big vehicle. Barreling up the road here. Sorry?
Does it have a turret on the top of it?
No turret.
Armored transport vehicle. Yeah, I've seen those things.
Yeah, yeah, more or less. It's armored. This one doesn't look like it has a weapon on top, but yeah. So sure enough, it's coming up the road. And now, just out of curiosity, Mel, how many drinks did you have in that bar?
Oh, he's not going to get snockered. Oh, hell no. He would probably have one glass. He was probably drinking the whole one glass the whole time.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Oh, yeah. The idea of having combat and no. Like I said, that one glass that he had, he's probably sitting there half full still.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
It was like, okay, I'll take a sip here, a sip here. There's nothing going on. Listen to the music and with my feet up with big, Warhammer 40K feet up on the desk.
Yeah, making a mess of it, denting that thing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, so this vehicle's coming up the road. And, sorry, go ahead.
He is gonna ask. He'll try to do it in Dragonese. I will give it a shot. I'm not gonna hold my breath. Oh, heck yeah!
Nice.
Says in Dragonese. He asks the dragon if he can hide. I'd like you to be somewhere where you can be hide, but you can see what's going on and attack from ambush. You're our trump card. He's basically asking him to be the trump card.
Yeah, he bobs his head and says, I will do my best," and he morphs into his small human form, and he's just gonna hide up there, and that's that.
Okay. Are they almost into town? Because I think Mel's actually gonna go back into the building, at least by the door.
Okay. Yeah, you've probably got a couple of minutes before they're here.
And he's gonna tell Felix to go back a little bit into that area behind the building, just a little bit in the tree area, to hide yourself a little bit between the buildings. You know what I'm talking about? Hide a little bit.
Okay.
Because Mel and Felix have radios with each other.
Right. Yeah.
Felix, are you good for that, or do you want to do something else? If you want to do something else, let me know. I mean, I'm trying.
My plan is my plan was
You could also go
where I am.
You could also go. You could also go over to the right where all the trees are next to that one house. There's a lot more ability to hide your mech there, probably, and it gives you a better feel of fire. I think that's not a bad idea. Yeah, just right where you hit that area right there, the trees and the building should help hide you a little bit better.
Sure, I don't mind. I'll quickly run over there.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay, so we're gonna let the vehicle come into town. Mel's by the door, kind of peeking around the door.
Okay.
Got the music playing, the lights are on still. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so they're getting close enough now that in the dark you can see the headlights on the road now. Getting a lot closer. So they come up on this road, and they're coming down here. Let me just grab that real fast. So yeah, they come down the road. They stop about here or so. So that's the mountain area TV. It's pretty big. So they stop about there, and there's a few minutes where the vehicle just sits there idling, and eventually it turns off, and a guy gets out, and he looks around, and he kind of beckons to inside the truck. Another guy gets out. So the first guy that gets out is let me just grab him. First guy that gets out is wearing Bushman composite armor. So he has, it's kind of a heavyish armor. So he steps out right here. So he's wearing, like I said, Bushman composite. He steps out and he beckons to somebody inside the truck. And the next guy comes out. Damn it. I'm like fumbling this interface as I often do. Next guy gets out, and this guy has all kinds of weird crap all over his head. Looks a little weird, this guy. He gets out, and then these guys start moving forward. And then this guy here, well, since you can see his name, the leader guy, beckons again at the truck, and a third guy gets out of the truck. And I'll just grab real fast. And this guy looks a little bit different. This guy's not human. He's a DB. It's a DB called it's a big, fat, lizard-looking guy called a Larmac. He gets out, and eventually, one last guy gets out of the truck. He is wearing a suit of power armor. Very, very light suit of power armor. He kind of crawls out of the truck. If I can navigate these freaking pages back and forth. Sorry, I should have thought of a better way to do this. So he gets out of the truck, and he's in a power armor called the Terrain Hopper. It's a very light power armor that's got wings, so he can kind of jump around and hop around. They all get out of the truck, and the leader kind of guy, good. You can hear him talking. Elajos. I keep fumbling your name. I'm sorry, man. Anyways, you can hear him say.
Doesn't matter. It's pronounced,
Sorry about that.
It's pronounced both ways.
Oh, okay. So, kind of the leader guy, this guy here, kind of nods to his companions and he kind of beckons them and they start moving. He's like, okay, let's go. So they start moving down this way. Now, where are you, Mel? Are you inside the hut or are you like just standing there?
I'm inside the hut with the door kind of creeped open.
Okay.
So I have a semi vision, not quite right where they're at, but kind of a line from like the corner of the building. Kind of, if they go any further more into the place, I will start seeing them more.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm getting at. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they go any further closer, I'll be able to see them.
Okay. This guy hops over here, kind of takes point. They all kind of follow behind. Crazy guy moves up. And they just start walking. They don't seem to notice you guys. And this guy kicks in the door here, this terrain hopper. He kicks in the door and he looks around. He looks back at the other guys like, nothing. And then so this leader guy points at the building you're in, Mel. He goes, he kind of snaps his finger and points at that building. So this guy moves up. This kind of crazy looking dude. He walks forward. They all just start following forward. And this guy positions himself right about here. This guy goes here. And this guy they kind of spread on the door and they're all pointing at it. They're like, okay, go for it.